Today I'm back with another Town Hall 10 Unbeaten base, again out of Clash Champs. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the channel, a channel where I bring you Clash of Clans, other mobile games, and what you're here for today, Unbeaten bases for Town Hall 10. I want to thank PUBG Mobile for sponsoring today's video so that I can tell you guys about Payload 2.0. That's right, guys, it's back, and you may be wondering, what is Payload 2.0? Well, it's bringing more firepower to PUBG Mobile in the form of armored trucks and armored helicopters, which are just going to help you in battle. Like I said, more firepower for your squad so you could dominate your opponents. In addition to that, we have brand new super weapon crates, which are going to give us some more powerful items, again, making you more strong. But you have to worry about your opponents getting them as well and bringing that firepower to you and your squad. So play smart. And finally, guys, we have new communication towers that can bring back your downed teammates. Your dead teammates can come back, and in doing this, you can completely change out how these battles go. Your three-man squad is no longer gonna have to run with three, because you could bring back that fourth man that maybe died early in the match. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna change the way you play. So we have some new heavy weaponry and some new items, including the A74-A laser-guided missile. I want to use it. And the M202 4-barrel rocket launcher. That's what I'm talking about when we talk about firepower. And the new items are going to be the UAV controller, the man portable radar, and a bomb suit. That's pretty cool. Make sure you tune into the Payload 2.0 live event on October 19th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I want to see you guys there. These bases have been built and tested, and they have stood the test of the wars, being unbeaten, which means they were not tripled. They were not three-starred in the war. Sometimes they completely dominate. Sometimes it's time fails, and sometimes they just hold on by the skin of their teeth. Either way, the base was not tripled. And in Clash of Clans, guys, any base can be three-starred. The whole idea is that it takes a lot of time, many attacks for someone or for someone's clan to actually be able to break down the base and defeat it. And we're looking at that here today. What we're going to be doing is checking out the base, watching the defenses, and exploring why the base is so strong. A base that has the town hall right on the outside, giving away that town hall. This one was built by Parkinson out of Champ Bases. If you guys want any bases, either free or paid, depending on what your cause, head on over to Clash Champs, go to their Champ Base division, and pick up some bases. Use code ECHO is going to save you 10% on anything that you do buy inside of Clash Champs, Clash School, or even in-game. Use code ECHO, and really in any Supercell game. So hook a brother up if you decide to do that, I guess. But look what we have right here. A bunch of miners coming on in on the attack. We have SE1 out of Crazy Hunters, a good friend of mine, coming on in, a solid attacker. You've seen him before. We saw him in our previous Unbeaten Town Hall 9 video. Well, now he's in here at the Town Hall 10 too, getting the feature as he fails against the base. He must love it. Got the max level Hog Riders coming out of the siege barrack along the outside of the base. Now those miners, my goodness, they were taking some heat. Lots of giant bombs. Check out those bomb spots, those explosion marks on the ground. It looks like there's 4 of them right there in that one compartment, really being brutal for the miners and the Hog Riders that happen to path on through. Really good placement. We're going to be talking about in this video not only why this base is so strong, why it stands so well against different attack strategies, but what you can do to make it your own. Because yes, there is a base link down below. You can just copy the base link and run it in your wars. But once people get their eyes on it here on YouTube, it's going to be out there on the interweb. So you're going to want to change things up a little bit for you so that they can't just figure out how to dive on into your base, smash it, and grab those 3 stars from you. So what we're going to do, guys, give you some tips on that. And why don't I go right now? First of all, change around the traps. Second of all, you can rotate the base so that it just looks completely different to your opponent. Third of all, you could change the clan castle composition, which is listed down below in the description of this video. And fourth of all, you could move a couple of defenses around here or there, even move the clan castle or town hall position to really change how the base plays out. It's kind of fun to understand a base, break down why it was good or what you can do to make it even better, and then bring it into war and test it out. Come back and let me know how it goes. And we have miners coming in again on this one from Al. A little bit of a different composition. There's a clone spell in there. There is a wall wrecker as well. Coming on with that giant, just trying to tank a little bit for those P.E.K.K.A.s. Maybe get rid of any giant bombs that may be in the way. We have the wall wrecker coming in with the king behind, queen behind that, diving into the core, into the guts of this base. Although there is a long path to go before the town hall, and the purpose here of the wrecker is just to open the base. It's not to actually get to that town hall. There's the clan castle lore, and you guys will notice that there's a whole bunch of goblins coming out of there, a baby dragon, and I believe you could put headhunters in there as well if you're able to get those max level donations for your defensive clan castle. The core of the base is being rocked right now. There's bowlers coming out of that wall, out of the wall wrecker. They did a pretty good ham job there, but notice that baby dragon in the defensive clan castle did a lot of work against all of our troops that were hanging out in the core of the base. King is trying to chop his way around, but now it's time for the miners to come to town. 2 heal spells in the composition. They're going to make their way around, and I'm going to ask you guys this. This is what we do. It's what we do in the Unbeaten series. I don't just give you bases. I don't just give you a link and you can go download it. I ask you things such as, what attack strategy do you think this is vulnerable to? But today we're mixing it up even more, because if you could see this base, which has been dominant, it's been doing really well in war, if you could see it and say, oh, I could beat it with this strategy, how could you modify this base, even with small tweaks, to make it more difficult to 3-star with that strategy you're thinking of? So if you look at this and say, oh, I can just hit this with Zap Dragon, or I can just hit this with Lalo, how could you change the base slightly to make it more difficult so it's less vulnerable to those strategies? This is a great way, like I said, to learn about base creation, because if you're looking to take Clash of Clans to the next level, if you're looking to be a better clasher, maybe even a competitive clasher in the ESL and the Mobile Open or anything that's going on in Clash of Clans, you need to understand base development, base building, not just how to attack. You need to know how to make it so that your opponents fail over and over again against your bases. It's part of the game. This is a base building, base attacking game. You can't only have 50% of the miracle there, guys. You got to have 100% of it. Now, that giant bomb position there, right where all of those pieces are, those 5 wall pieces in the middle of nowhere, that is a brutal compartment which does a lot of harm. Now, there's not a lot of time left, but not only that, the miners are getting picked away by the defenses. We have an archer tower, a cannon, and the wizard tower left, which are giving our miners a hard time as they're stuck on that storage. By design, the storages are protecting the point defenses so they can get more damage before the troops actually touch the defenses. So if you take a look at the wall segments, guys, you'll notice that there are openings. Those openings in the corners of those segments are going to make it tricky, and it's going to mess up your pathing for your troops, making it more difficult to funnel. That's also what that top bar is going to do. It's going to prevent your troops from going into the core of the base. It's going to make the majority of them go around into those open wall segments. And here we are with an image of the base with all the traps, and something that's devastating are those 3 giant bomb placements right by that 1 Tesla and a multi-target Inferno Tower. While the multi-target Inferno Tower is kind of raining fire down on the troops, the giant bombs are going to spank them. Tesla's going to pop up to protect everything, and really it's a difficult segment of the base to get through. So I mean, honestly, it's probably easier to go in from the southeastern side of the base, but then you have to deal with the queen, the king, and you have to deal with the clan castle as well. So north or south, it's difficult to attack this base. Super strong. But now that we broke down those segments, you saw the openings in the walls, you saw the giant bombs, we're going to look at our last attack, which is a P.E.K.K.A. smash, or a P.E.K.K.A. Bobat strategy, actually. So we have the baby dragon coming in right below my cam, and then we have 6 bat spells in the composition for P.E.K.K.A. 7 bowlers. You know, we got some good funneling going on. We're going to have either, well, it's actually going to be that queen walk to start things out, and then the queen walk will join up with the P.E.K.K.As and with the bowlers. Here goes the queen. I'll tell you what, guys, looking at this base and breaking it down by the open wall segments that are really easy to see when we take a look at the screenshot of it, it's really a strong base, because pathing is difficult. It's really hard to get your troops going in the proper direction when they start pathing towards those open gaps in the walls. So really strong and really deceptive, I guess you could say, because when you're looking at the base, it's hard to see where those openings are when you're not just looking at the wall segments. So it is definitely tricky. Nice job with the funneling here. Actually, those P.E.K.K.A.s, are they going to walk around? No, it looks like they are coming back, but look at that wall wrecker, even going in a strange direction, having to go through the storage there as well. P.E.K.K.A.s are leading the way, bowlers are coming in, queens behind, and all of those healers are there pushing into that core of the base. Really a nice push, to be honest with you, but where is it going to die? Lots of goblins here to deal with. The bowlers of the splash damage. Baby dragon coming out, and it looks like I see a headhunter or two in there as well, which are really going to slow down the queen, and if the king were in there, it would slow him down as well. But when do the bats come into the attack? That's the question. You got to get these bats in there so they can start pathing around. Remember, when you're using bat spells, you really need to look out for those wizard towers, which I see 2 of, plus 2 multi-target Inferno Towers, and there's only 3 heal spells in the composition. All the troops seem to have run themselves around the outside of the base. Queen's looking good though. She's got her ability and she's got her healers on her as well. There's a bat bomb right on top of that Inferno Tower. Nice job with the freeze spell as well. Really well done. Gonna clear out that top segment of the base. And you know what, guys? This attack is actually not looking bad. It's going fairly well. So where do things die out? We have the 2 wizard towers. We have air defenses just raining down on those bats. Oh, the wizard tower is protecting the air defense. That's going to slow things down and probably eventually pick away at the healers that the queen is using to walk herself around the base. Unless if those P.E.K.K.A.s get themselves in there. There's only 30 seconds left. Queen's ability should be popped really soon because it looks like time would be an issue if it were happening to be close in time or a time fail or something like that. But right now, Queen's ability was popped. P.E.K.K.A. is being healed up, but now let's watch that air defense. Is it going to start targeting? Yes, it is. It's targeting the healers, which is going to take those healers down, which is the extra life of this attack. Only 1 healer remains. 1 second left. This one was a time fail. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and found this base good enough to try out on your own. Give it a shot in your war. Come back to the video and let me know in the comment section if it worked out well for you. Remember, guys, share these bases with your friends so that they could be as strong as you are in your wars, but also don't run 2 of the same base in a war, because if they figure out one of them, it's easy to figure out the second. Check out these videos before you go, and be good.